Hey, this is James Tenbrook Madison, the healthy engineer. I'm delighted to be next to Steve Factor, pure energy. And when you're around this guy and you see how much energy he's got, you want to know what he's doing to stay healthy and to have this kind of energy.
Yes.
So, how do you do it?
Well, one of the things is definitely raw foods. Raw foods are amazing in its ability to heal us and to get rid of, detoxify, cleanse what we are not, and become more and more of what we are. So one of the things that I get asked more than anything, besides where do you get your protein, is how do I get more energy?
Yes.
I want more energy. People, Steve, help me get more energy. What do you do? How do you do it? And so what I tell people is that no diet, no exercise program, no nothing will give them any more energy than they have right here, right now, this very moment.
Awesome. So in other words, the energy is already inside of us.
It's already inside of us. Einstein, Tesla, they've already said we're all vibration, we're all energy. Look at the world through that. That's the reality of things. And so what people like me do is not give people more energy, but we actually remove the obstructions that are blocking them from their birthright, which is pure energy.
Awesome.
And so this is on a physical level, and on a mental and emotional level. A lot of people will do the physical detox. They'll hear about a cleanse or this or that, and they'll say, "Oh, this new cleanse in 3 days I'll be healed,"
it's a miracle.
or 10 days, or whatever the number is that they're selling. And food, the physical part of it, is only one part of the whole health equation. So there's a mental detoxification. Some people, when they sit and they meditate, they can't sit still. And I used to be like that. And the voices and the thoughts, they just come through. And so people most of the time will just get out of the chair and say, "I can't do this. This is not for me. I'm gonna take care of stuff." And those thoughts that are coming through are detoxification. And if we let them pass through, the yogis know this. They're like Om, and they're just in that state. But a lot of people if I can't be Om and in that state, then I'm not doing it.
Oh, right.
I don't want to meditate unless I could be like this. And it's kind of the same thing as I'm going to go to a gym and start working out once I get a good body. Then I'll go to the gym.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta there is a process to it. And then there's emotional detoxification and clearing and who have we not forgiven, including ourselves.
Yes.
And
that's number one.
That is number one, emotionality. So many people do not have emotional health. And so I got to become a crier, a man crier, and I love crying. This is the most manly thing I could do is cry.
Yes.
Because to bring that wall down and just be vulnerable and open, then I get to find the gold that is within me. That pure energy.
Awesome.
Yes. So you can see I'm passionate about this, and this is my lifestyle. People sometimes will want to know what were the top things I could do for my health if I want to just start now, Steve.
Right. That's one of my questions he's going to ask.
Oh, look at that. So you don't even have to talk.
Perfect.
I'll just stop here. You just look at me. So yes, what I recommend to people probably more than anything, who's brand new at this, is to either be eating some fruit or a green smoothie in the morning.
Yes.
And you wake up and you have drink some water, and then have some fruit or green smoothie, something that's alive.
Yes.
Okay, and then you can start to get into juicing. That'll take you to another level. There's a lot of things about it, but to start out, so many people's colons are all toxic, and they need cleansing. They need to start to go poo like we're supposed to.
Yeah.
They need to start to become more and more of what is natural. Okay? And so fruit and green smoothies have a lot of fiber in them that can pull the debris out. And the thing too about green smoothies, I got to learn from Victoria Butanko, who's known as the green smoothie queen, is that there is fiber. There's insoluble and soluble fiber.
Right.
And so soluble fiber, when we eat it, we take whatever we're eating, it gets taken out through. Insoluble fiber takes whatever we're eating, takes it out through, and grabs some other stuff.
Yes. That's why our cholesterol gets reduced.
Yes.
People want to reduce their cholesterol.
Green smoothies.
Yeah.
Yeah, green smoothies are like are huge, and they're a great way to start. A lot of times people might see a green smoothie and say, "Well, that's green. That looks nasty. I can't look at that color." And I've had many people do this when I do talks at Whole Foods or even kids, whole kids foundations. And they're like, "It's green, mommy. I don't know." And then they drink it. They're like, "Mommy, can I have more?"
Oh, right. So you flavor it with the right things, with some bananas or apples?
Yeah, the bananas and dates are usually my base. And this is ripe bananas. So brown spotted bananas and dates. Very sweet. And then we want to get the salt, which is greens. Greens are high in sodium and other minerals. And so when we're getting sugar and salt together, our palates are happy. If we're getting the fiber, we're getting live nutrition. Living food that's energetic. And energy comes into energy and produces or continues on the energy. Not produces, but continues on the energy. But as soon as we put something in us that is not energetic, that's dead, then we now have just got an obstruction. And now that has to remove so we can feel like we were meant to feel.
The energy can come out again.
Can come out again. Yeah, we don't go get it. It's already there, and it's
beautiful.
And it's waiting. It's like saying, "Please, please, just give me some more natural foods."
Yes.
That's all it is. If I could say this whole interview in one sentence, it would be go back to nature. Go back to nature. The answers have always been, are, and will always be in nature. And part of nature, the umbrella of it all, is love.
Oh, yes.
So love is it. So if we're on this diet and we're counting and restricting and let me put my fork down because I don't want to have too much on full, or all this stuff that the diet world is made of. This is not a diet. This is a lifestyle. And diet is always about restriction.
Yes.
And this lifestyle.
We call it live it.
We call it live it. And Ronnie Landis calls it live it. I love how he said that. And nature is about abundance. We can eat as much as we want like this because there's fiber, water, vitamins, minerals in the food, goes to our stomach, sends a signal to our brain saying complete, done, yes.
Yes.
And that's whole different between one more French fry.
That's exactly my experience in the past.
Yes.
It's like, hey, let me just restrict this. I'm eating too much.
Yeah.
Now I just eat, and I'm feeling satiated.
Yes.
But it's taking years to do that.
Yes. Yeah. No, I get it.
But that happens to be eating the right foods, eating real food.
Yeah.
Mostly raw food.
Yes.
Fruits, vegetables. And you're actually become satiated automatically without having to count calories. I never count calories.
Yes.
Anymore.
Yeah. I used to count calories at the beginning to make sure I was getting enough.
Oh yeah.
Not make sure I don't get too much.
Yeah.
It was make sure I'm getting enough because when we come from a standard American diet that's so dense like this.
Oh yeah.
And this is 800 calories in your stomach, and now you're dealing with fruits and vegetables where 800 calories could be like this.
Oh yeah.
And so one of the things I love to tell people who are trying to release weight is that if you want to get a small waistline, you got to learn to get a big stomach.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking the stomach, I'm talking the organ, the stomach. And so when we start to eat more of the natural foods, our stomachs will start to increase in size, holding all of that water, vitamins, and minerals. And then, and we know that our stomachs increase only if we're having natural foods in their natural state. Because most of our stomachs have become so small, and they actually shrink, the stomach will shrink, if we have these dense foods, and we're putting this much food in us, and that's 500 calories right there.
Yeah.
And we wonder why we eat it, and we're like, oh boy, I don't feel so good after the fact.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how can people get a hold of you? I know how to, but you can tell my idea.
Sure. So Pure Energy Factor is my website, and Steve Factor is my name, and Pure Energy Steve on YouTube. Steve Factor, my name on Facebook. That's where I'm most active. That's where daily posts. I've been doing daily YouTube videos with food, making food for people. I'm going to upload this one very shortly.
Great.
And that's the best way to get a hold of me, and is really Facebook. And really,
Yeah.
and I suggest to people to get a hold or connect with me and so many others.
Yes.
So
definitely.
many others. There's
I use him as another tool to keep me straight.
Yeah.
We connect with as many people as
Yes.
we can to keep ourselves healthy.
Yes.
So we're not going to get that maybe in our office environment or where we work.
Right.
We need to reach out.
Totally.
Get those
Yeah.
new people as our peers.
Yes.
And keep us on track.
Huge. That's a very huge point because so many we're extreme. We're crazy. How natural foods in their natural state could ever be considered crazy is crazy.
Exactly. Yes.
And so yes, to be around people who have had a little bit of education, know how the body works, and say, we don't even need protein. What? We don't need protein. We just need the amino acids from the protein. Oh, okay. So I don't need to buy all those protein powders. I don't need to have meat or beans or whatever the sale is so you can have enough protein. There's like, 1.8 million species on the planet. And there's one who's concerned about protein.
Yeah.
There's one that is in a health crisis. And there's one that cooks their food.
Yes.
Is there any possibility that that's just a mere coincidence? Or could it possibly be that cooking food is not natural? And when we're in tune with nature, we get natural results, which are love, light, vitality, oneness, all the things we want. We eat unnatural foods, we get unnatural results, which are aches, pains, growing old, being sick. Everybody gets sick once a year, right? Not people who eat fruits and vegetables and eat natural. I haven't been sick in years, but I used to get sick every year, at least once, because it was going around, as they say.
Right, yeah.
But we know better now. We've done this, we've seen people who have done this before us for decades, and now I'm completely convinced that nature is the way to go.
Awesome.
Yes.
It's true.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes.
Pure energy.
Pure energy, baby. It's already in you.
All right.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Yes. Mm-hmm.